We are back on F1 2016 here today. It is episode 2 of season 4 of this F1 2016 career mode. Now, last time out we started 6th, we finished 3rd. We could have possibly got 2nd. Tyre wear and just a lack of pace ended up overpowering us. The Renault of Kevin Magnussen passed us on the final lap to steal 2nd place from us. Our teammate Daniel Ricciardo won the Australian Grand Prix, which was absolutely fantastic for the team. I'm happy with that. And we move on to Bahrain, and believe it or not, we have pole position by 0.26 of a second. That is really, really close. Now, the question is the Mercedes going to be a factor? Can we fight them off? Is Ricciardo going to continue to be a pest? Who knows? But we're going to go straight to the race. No hanging about here today, guys. We want to get on with it, get this race done, because obviously it's been a week since I last did a career mode race, which I'm really upset about, especially with F1 2016 coming out. I've still got about 5 seasons to go.
There's something in the Bahrain air tonight, and I'm not just talking about
Crofty,
sand.
take it away.
Our brightest minds have thrust their brightest ideas into the spotlight of the Sakir circuit this evening as we look ahead once more to a Grand Prix that has thrilled us so consistently in the past. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and 2 DRS zones will help with that as well. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the races. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are you approach them?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're 2 very different mindsets. I mean, when I tested for BAR, we had full in-season testing where, per driver, you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometres per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as you could, so that data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When you're
Here we go.
For a race, however, your frame of mind's
Dusk falls upon the circuits of Bahrain.
And the car's the tool to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus on setup, of course, but it's more about the here and now.
I say, guys, if you're watching, leave a comment in the comment section. We'll reply. Give us a like, give us a follow, and let us know that there's a new Twitcher trying to learn the trade and hopefully to make a name for himself.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up.
So here we go, here's the qualifying positions.
And it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Rosberg, Vettel, Sergio Perez, and Ricciardo, Raikkonen,
Ricciardo
Alonso,
6th today.
Hulkenberg, and Roman Grosjean.
Old team
Button,
Haas in
Magnussen,
10th.
Valtteri Bottas, and Wehrlein, Palmer, Massa, Rio Haryanto, and Esteban Gutierrez. Sainz and Kvyat, Marcus Ericsson, and Felipe Nasser starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So let's have a look. So we're in the desert, so if we're going to have any rain, that would have been really weird. Going to take it down as much as we did in Australia, but guys, if you want to take a loo break or something like that, go ahead, because this is just going to be the formation lap. Right, okay, I appear to have a glitch at the minute. Here. I qualified on the super softs. Why am I on the softs yet again? happened in Australia as well. I don't quite understand. It's happened 2 races in a row. So if any action happens back there, like retirements and whatnot, we will do our best to find out what has gone on. I have to say, I'm slightly annoyed that I'm on the back foot once again. So both Mercs are on the supers, I'm on the soft. Wait for the field to gather themselves now. First pole position of the season. Can we convert it into a win, or can we at least be on the podium once again? Even that I'll be happy for. But here we go, we'll get ready under Bahrain now. The lights are out and away we go. It's a pretty decent start actually. Rosberg gets a better one, Hamilton bogs down slightly. Up the inside, gone wide. I am on fresh tyres as well. Perez is up into third, so Hamilton has had a horrible start at this precise moment in time. So can we see Hamilton while we go around this hairpin? No, he's only behind. He's in fourth, so he's not dropped down too much. Ricardo looks like he's lost a few positions. Got a nice little gap at the minute between myself and Rosberg, which is good. Gap's 1.1 seconds, it's 1.3 seconds between Perez and Rosberg. We expect Hamilton, which he has done. Perez has lost the position to Hamilton. Hamilton back up into third. He was second at the start of this race. He bogged down at the start. Oh, there's a yellow flag for some reason. Safety car. There is a safety car. Why is there a safety car? Gonna have to find out what's gone on. Is it going to even show us? I mean, there's a Sauber in the pits. Makes no sense. I can't see. Right, so I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to go to broadcast. No. Go to broadcast. So Bottas is alongside Jenson Button. Taps him, he loses control, spins back out and whacks the Haas. The Haas is off the circuit of Roman Grosjean. Grosjean, oh, he was 10th as well. So, safety car already here at Bahrain. Don't think there's any need for it. Virtual safety car, yes. Actual safety car, no. I mean, there may have been debris on the track from the collision between Bottas and Grosjean. They're just trickling around the track now. I mean, this does extend the stint a little bit. I mean, obviously I've got no idea when I'm pitting. I just go off when my tyres are looking bad. Come on, time, go down. There we go. Field is actually really quite sparse apart. I mean, I've got Rosberg behind me, but Hamilton is ridiculously holding up the group there. Right, so here we go. Gonna speed up now, catch up with the safety car. Right, so we're going to be stuck behind the safety car now for 3 laps. Yeah, guys, lap 3 of the Bahrain Grand Prix, and the safety car has been called out due to a collision between Valtteri Bottas in the Williams and Grosjean in the Haas. Now, both drivers seem to be okay, but I think Grosjean has had to pit. I started first. I got a good start. I was leading by about 1.1 seconds by the time the safety car was called out. Now the race is going to be neutralised. Let's see, I'm first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So Ricciardo has lost a place, not as many places as I originally thought. So someone's got him somewhere. So I think there are some tracks where the safety car just gets called out for any old reason. Yes, it's great to see the safety car again, but come on. It has to come out for the right reasons. That car at the back's finally caught up to the back of the field now. Tell me what you think, guys. Do you think I should stream qualifying as well, or do you think just the race? Safety car is driving rather slow for my liking. Nope, looks like we're going to do another lap behind the safety car. So while we're right behind the safety car, I suppose I better let you know a few things. I am part of a racing league called Esports Racing. We race Tuesday nights at 9:30, streamed live on Twitch by Mustafa Shag. That's Mustafa with a T, not a PH. 9:30. It's 50% short qualifying. Strict rules. We always run strict rules no matter what. Saturday it's 100% at about 2:30, streamed by NTT Silver at the minute. And Sunday is the Performance League. It's again 100%, but with short qualifying. And obviously the cars are as they would be in 2016, so the Mercedes class of the field, you know, Saubers, you know, the Rock at the back. Honestly, guys, if you want a league, if you're into F1 and you love league racing, you know, and you want a league full of drivers who are really, really close together, then you know, come and sign up. Come and sign up with VSR. You know, you can find us on YouTube. We stream many races. Alright, this is where the safety car's going to go in now, I reckon. Been behind it 3 laps now. I don't want to do another one. Please, don't make me do another one. There we go, that's what I wanted to see. So I'm going to crawl around. I'm going to bolt when I get to the final corner. Just hold them up. Tell me what you think, guys. Put stuff in the comments section. Obviously, I'm annoyed that I'm on the soft tyres. I qualified on the supers, so I don't know why I'm on the soft tyres. But here we go. Race at Bahrain gets underway on lap 5 now, and here we go. Catch the Mercedes asleep. Perhaps a little bit. Got to stay away from them so they don't get my slipstream. Looking quite menacing at the minute. So in Australia I had an amazing fight with Rosberg. Oh, thought back end was going then. Really did. All into the hairpin. Rosberg sticking on a slipstream slow. Rosberg is wanting to attack. Well, make sure he doesn't closing on me down the straights. Round wide slightly. Hamilton's closing in ever so slightly on Rosberg. And speaking of Rosberg, Rosberg has an engine issue. He's going to be slow, and that is going to allow Hamilton to pass. Hamilton's already got him into that corner. Expect Hamilton to be more of a menace than Rosberg. Rosberg's actually back ahead. Surprised to see that, actually. Rosberg with the engine issue, he's going to hold up the field there. There we go, Hamilton's got him with Rosberg's ailing engine at the minute. Mercedes will want to fix that as quick as possible. That was 2.2 seconds, so I've managed to gain about 7/10 of a second over the course of this lap, whilst Rosberg and Hamilton have been fighting it out. Welcome for joining, guys. Put in the comments what you think this race is going to go. At the minute, I'm leading. Started pole 0.69 seconds in front of Hamilton. Hamilton bogged down at the start. Bottas and Grosjean came together, which brought out the safety car. And Hulkenberg is now third. With the Force India once again, this is definitely a Mercedes powered track, that's for sure. Very nervous when I hit the curbs, I really am. Alright, now the question is, I was 2.2 in front of Hamilton. How much has Hamilton started gaining on me? Or is his tyres starting to die away? Because we all know that on this game, tyre wear at Bahrain is a bitch. It's now 2.8, so we are pulling away from Hamilton, which is good. Considering we're on the slower tyre as well, so... And the Red Bull is only the 5th quickest car in the field, so at the minute we're doing a really good job. Slightly wide at the final corner. I'm expecting them to come on strong once they make their pit stops, because I'll say I'm going to stay out for a few more laps yet. The Force Indias are battling once again. If you watched the first race at Albert Park for episode 1, the Force Indias actually came together on the first lap, and Perez is now back in front of Hulkenberg, so this is going to be a season-long rivalry between them two. They're swapping and changing positions, as you can see in the top left. Trying to focus on my race, but at the same time I want to know what's going on in the field. There is a bit of a gap developing between the rest of the field, so is Rosberg still holding everyone up with his ailing engine? So it was Hamilton that had the problems in Australia. He hit my side in Australia, spun off and recovered to 8th place. .2 seconds, so we're pulling away nicely. The car feels great, it really does. Really thought that the I mean, had Rosberg not had his problems, would he have been all over me? You can see there on the mini-map the Force Indias once again are right behind each other, so I'm expecting them to be battling into the first corner. Perez is showing up as third. Is it going to be Hulkenberg as they come out of it? No. fact, Hulkenberg is not there. Oh no, there he is. They were just side by side, so I couldn't see him. It looked like one dot instead of two. Lift off there. Thought I was going to go wide there for a second. Break into the tight left-hander. Now, obviously, I struggle with tyre wear, guys. Let's have a look at my tyre wear at the minute. It's 33%. I do not know how to manage tyres. I do try, believe me, no matter what I do. But obviously, I don't understand the aerodynamics and whatnot in order to look after. I just race with my heart and sleeve and just hope for the best. Right. Right, okay, so according to Jeff now, Rosberg's problem has gone. So will we see Rosberg speed up and start coming back through the field, or will he drag everyone with him? He'll be really frustrated that this has happened to him. .134.3, 1.8 seconds, well not 1.8, what am I on about, 0.1. And I'm 14.5 seconds in front of Daniel Ricciardo, but last time out it was Ricciardo's strategy that won him the Australian Grand Prix. He was in a very similar position, and yet he went further than everyone else, pitted under a safety car in Australia, and it really promoted him to first place. .1 seconds between me and Lewis. Question is, when are those soft tyre runners, well, super soft runners, gonna come into the pits? That's what I want to know. I'm not thinking of pitting yet, Jeff. Say lap 21, I'm probably going to make it to about lap 18. Slightly wide there, on the curbs. I was not expecting to have this sort of pace at this point in the season, I can tell you that now. I mean, I know the Red Bull's a beautiful car to drive, but it lacks speed due to the Renault engine. And yet, here we are, leading quite comfortably, 4.2 seconds in front of Lewis. It was 4.2, it's now 4.3. I say it could have been a Red Bull 1-2 in Australia as well, but Kevin Magnussen, Renault are the second quickest team in the field at the minute, yet Palmer is not utilising this newfound power. No surprise there, really. And it was Magnussen that pit me for second in Australia. Really heartbreaking. Really wanted it to be a Red Bull 1-2. Slightly wide there. .5 now. Hamilton 3.1. Apparently it's now 5 seconds, so during that course of the middle sector I've put half a second on Lewis. I mean, I'm racing on legendary, why are they falling back? There you go, 134.4, lapping consistently. The gap sort of stabilised between Hamilton and Perez. It's 3.2 seconds now, it was 3.1. Lap 13 out of 57 laps here. We are leading after starting from pole position. It's Hulkenberg who is now up into third. So the Force Indians are continuing their battle. This is fantastic. This is what I want to see. You know, preferably not them crashing into each other like they did in Australia. But Bahrain, it's a nice wide track. You shouldn't really connect with another car. Try telling that to Bottas and Grosjean. Let's have a look. We're 48%. Well, I'm not going to get much more out of these tyres, that's for sure. On a 5.1 seconds. Now, they were saying they wanted me to pit on lap 21. I'd safely say that's probably not going to happen. So obviously, if I pit on lap 18, which is where I reckon I'm going to end up having to pit, and nope, they're not pitting either. So I shouldn't really be on the soft tyres, guys. I should be on the super softs, really. But the game's glitched for some reason. Did it to me in Australia as well, so I don't know what's going on there. I mean, if I was on the super softs, I'd probably have pitted by now. Hamilton, when are you pitting? I really want to know. So I raced here last Tuesday night in the ESR Racing League, and I could only muster a 7th place. I mean, I think I got 5th, but due to penalties and whatnot, I dropped down to 7th. It was just a lack of pace that ruined my race, really, and again, tyre wear. I think the fact that I spent the first half of the race as well with a broken front wing didn't help matters. 34.2, we're still lapping very similar to the pace that we showed when our tyres were fresh, so it's very consistent, which is good, which is why we're, you know, pulling away in front of Lewis. And Lewis still doesn't pit after 15 laps on the super soft tyres. What are we on now? We're on 56%. Once that front left reaches 70, I will be bringing it in. I do like the circuit, it just flows naturally. This is probably the most difficult part for me. Trying to slow it down for rear and getting a good exit as well. So guys, if you want to say anything, put it in the chat. I'll pause it, have a chat with you, see what your thoughts are on this race so far. Let's say I reckon strategy is going to either win me or cost me this race, especially with the amount of tyre wear I've got at the minute. We have got an upgrade coming into the next race in China as well. We've reduced the drag slightly. Lewis is pitting. I just saw him dart to the left. So it's now a Red Bull leading. We've got the two Force Indias second and third. Alright, got to keep that on there now because that's 61%, so I want to be able to notice it when it goes on to 70%. Oh, virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. Something's happened. Someone's off at turn 1. So So basically what I'm going to do is let this play out, and then I'm going to flick through the field and see what's happened. Has Hamilton gone off after coming out the pits? Has he bumped someone off after coming out the pits? Let's have a look. So there's Perez with some side pod damage. Hulkenberg, Vettel, Raikkonen, Alonso, Ricciardo, Palmer. Can't tell who that is. There's Hamilton. It is a Renault of Kevin Magnussen. So what has happened to Kevin Magnussen? Let's rewind. Right, so there's Gutierrez. Right, okay, so that's Hamilton coming out of the pits. There's Palmer. Right, okay, I need to figure out here what's going on, because I want to see where Kevin Magnussen is. Right, there's Kevin. Right, so he's trying to tackle Daniel Ricciardo. So there we go. Oh, it's a slight clip on Daniel's rear end, and Daniel nearly loses it as well, as you see. Why reverse in the middle of the track? So there we go. That is why the virtual safety car has come out. Come on. Right down. There we go. So Ricciardo would have lost some time. He won't be happy about that. Magnussen, the guy who was second in Australia, tapping his rear end, dropping it. And Magnussen, I reckon, is going to be Renault's best hope of solid points this season, especially whilst their car is the second quickest in the field. It's just a shame that a slight little, it was very, very light contact as well. So I can't understand why the car went round as easy as it did. There we go, that's what's happened. Right, virtual safety car ending, let's get the power back down. Definitely be pitting within the next 2 laps, that's for sure. We get this race back underway again after the virtual safety car, after Kevin Magnussen tapped the rear end of Daniel Ricciardo and went round. Surprised it didn't bring out the full safety car. Magnussen seems to be okay, he's probably just lost quite a few positions. Oh, get off them curbs, man, you don't want to ride them curbs, especially with worn tyres. Hamilton's already made the pit stop, so he is trying to go for the undercut. Rosberg had engine issues, which is why he's not a factor at the minute. Like I say, anything can happen in Formula 1. You can have a safety car that can bring the field back together. So those who lost out early will have a chance to make amends. Wide there. Now I can imagine them Force India's taking their soft tyres another 5 laps because, well, they know how to look after their tyres, let's put it that way. 4 tenths the gap between Perez and Hulkenberg, 11.4 between me and Perez. I'm just praying about my tyre at my front left now. I don't want it to pop. Very cautious around this lap. Try and keep it off the curbs. There's Hamilton, so Hamilton's got clear air. Go on, Jeff. What have you got for me? Mediums. Ooh. I think I can afford to go on mediums. See where we end up. Does mean we've got to be slow, but at the same time it means our tyre's going to last a little bit longer. Will we be able to just put on the super softs afterwards? So if I was to put softs on, we'd go to about lap 36. So if I put the mediums on, we can go to about lap 45 maybe? There we go, this is us making our pit stop now. So there we go, the Force Indias are off once again. It's Vettel. Going through, we've got Fernando as well, who's behind Fernando. Is it Lewis? We'll find out now. No, it's Kimi Raikkonen. It's Kimi Raikkonen, so Hamilton has lost. Hamilton's just come over the line now. I'm on the marbles, I've gone wide. See Hamilton in the background there. I was debating whether I was going to run the mediums in this race, because in the last race in Australia, they didn't work for me. They didn't work for me, and I was very slow. But obviously I had a bit of a gap difference between the Force Indias, so maybe running the mediums now won't be such a bad idea. Right, so Hulkenberg is the race leader. He's passed Perez into the final corner. Hulkenberg should have waited, really. Right, have I got DRS on Fernando? Fernando doing a really good job for McLaren. The pull out. Nice. It's like taking candy from a baby. Later on, guys, I will be doing a FIFA stream later on today. Well, if you're interested, I've already done 4 episodes of that, I think. There we go, as we now try and close down on Vettel. Obviously our tyres are a lot fresher than everyone else's. Purple the middle sector by 3/10. This is looking good. Is it enough to take the fastest lap away from Lewis Hamilton? Hamilton, who I believe is stuck behind, well, he's just got in front of Ricciardo. There's a Force India in the pits. It's Sergio Perez. There we go, 1:33.6, half a second quicker. And Ricciardo's pitted. Ricciardo has pitted. This is looking good so far. So I'm on the medium tyres. I'm expecting Hamilton and the Force Indias to close me in. If not, then this car is really well hooked up round here this weekend. So when are they saying they're expecting me to pit? Round about lap 43. Ideally, I want to make it to lap 45. Don't think that's going to happen, so I reckon I'm going to have to pit on lap 40. So if I have to pit on lap 40, I'm basically putting on the supers. Well, not supers, the softs. Vettel, does he dart into the pits? Yes, he does. Hulkenberg is also in the pits, so we'll take the lead. Back of this Bahrain Grand Prix. Alonso stays out for a bit longer. Hamilton up into third place now. Love the feel of this Red Bull, it's so good. Obviously season 1, well, for 1.5 seasons, I was at Manor. I finished 8 points behind Hamilton in the championship after winning every race from Hungary onwards. Don't know what happened, the Manor just came good, and after scraping a win in Hungary, it was just like win, 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 win. Then we started season 2 with some solid points. Then from Russia onward, Russia to the British Grand Prix, we pretty much won every race. And then Haas came in with an offer, so I took the offer mainly because of the achievement of moving to a different team mid-season. And we struggled. It was very difficult trying to get results. There was a few races where I finished outside the points, got a couple of podiums. But somehow I managed to win the final 2 races of the season, which actually gave me the championship. Season 3, spent the whole season at Haas. Took the title in Mexico. Brazil, won the Brazilian Grand Prix as well. That was a lovely race. And then I retired from Abu Dhabi. Just ended up hitting a wall for some reason. Don't know what happened there. Raikkonen is in third. Realised Raikkonen was on mediums. Alright, so Hamilton now. Right, the gap's round about where it was before the pit stops. So he's on quicker tyres, but I'm on the fresher. He pitted about 2 to 3 laps before I did. Seconds. Is that gap coming down? Let's find out. Let's ask Jeff. No, I put 2 temps on him. Hamilton did a 134.0 last lap. I've done a 134.1, so the gap is basically staying as it is. Hulkenberg is up into third, so is that because Raikkonen's pitted? Yes, it is. The Force Indias are also back on the soft tyre. So next up we've got China, and I reckon the weather is going to play a bit more of a variant there. We all know that on this game if it rains, you're pretty much guaranteed to do well. I think there's only one track where I've struggled in the wet, and that was Spa. I even struggle on that in the dry. 24 out of 57. Not that far away now from half distance. Was it? I do have a comment section. At which level am I playing? Stealth, I am playing on Legendary, so it's not the highest one, it is the one below. Thank you for watching, my man. Really appreciate it. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Someone spun out. Someone spun out. I know I've just paused it. I know you guys want to see racing, but also I want to see action up and down the field. Now, was it Vettel hitting the back of Rosberg? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, hello. We've got Fernando and Haryanto. And Haryanto, why would you even try and hold it there? And Haryanto goes off. Obviously, Fernando is on the fresher tyres as well. Why would you do that? You were on course for some really good points. Now, what is that going to do? Is it going to bring out safety car? Virtual? It's virtual. Once again, this is the third stoppage in this race. We had a safety car on lap 1 due to an accident between Bottas and Grosjean. I think Grosjean had to pit because of it. And then during the course of the pit stops, there was an incident between Ricciardo and Magnussen. Magnussen coming out worst. That brought out a virtual safety car. And now an incident between Fernando and Haryanto that brings out a safety car as well. So, well, not safety car, but it's a virtual. Yes, the ending, so we're off again. In terms of racing speed, DRS should be available again to drivers who are within a second of the next driver in front of them. 11.9 seconds is the gap between me and Lewis now. So I feel like this is justice after what happened in Australia. Basically, I was on course for a victory. Ricciardo outwitted me on strategy, and then I was left battling two Reynolds. And it was Magnussen who picked me for second place to deny me a Red Bull 1-2. So I've come here 1 week later with fresh optimism. Basically, I don't want to be beaten like that again. I mean, Ricciardo, I did not mind because it's his home race. It's our first race as teammates. But the fact that I got passed by a Renault on the final lap was, it was tough to chew. .6 seconds now between me and Lewis. I'm having it all my own way. I think if Rosberg didn't have his engine issue, he would have been up here as well. So far, there's been no retirements in this race. That's good, considering we're on lap 26. Oh, I've got marbles. Love the sound of this Red Bull. It's beautiful. Also, the medium tyres at night in Bahrain just light up the track. Like running with Bridgestone tyres. Alright, so we've got 30 laps remaining. If I don't do anything stupid, I have no issues such as punctures. Things are looking good at the moment, but obviously, they could always make a comeback. You lose. They're losing fuel all the time. They're getting quicker and quicker. Oh, I've ran wide slightly there. say, guys, I qualified on pole position as well. The gap between me and Lewis in quali was 0.69, so like I said, we are running at very similar pace, and I think the race as well has proved that. Even though the Red Bull's either 4th or 5th quickest car, you know, we're matching the Mercedes. The track where I thought I was going to struggle because of the Renault engine. I'm showing us 10.8. I am tempted to move to McLaren if McLaren ever put in an offer, because obviously I'm in a McLaren in my league race at the minute, so you know, any excuse to drive the car on career mode, just so I can stay used to it, really. I think that's what it is. I am 40.3 seconds in front of Ricciardo. This is a joke. There's a big cluster of cars back there. Like I say, with Ricciardo as my teammate, and also I'm in Red Bull, you know, us as Red Bull, we have a chance of doing well in the Constructors this season. Although they were hampered a lot by engine failures last season. Verstappen was very unlucky. Kind of as he is in real life. Ricciardo is off the circuit! I just noticed there, at the first corner, that Ricciardo was off the circuit. Right, so we'll go to broadcast cam. There we go. Ricciardo trying to pass Bottas and Pascal Wehrlein. Oh dear, it's Bottas again, and Ricciardo loses a wing. As I was talking about possible our constructors' chances, it's going from bad to worse for Daniel Ricciardo, and it's Bottas' second incident at that corner today. What a shame. He's just minding his own business. Twice Ricciardo's been tapped through there, so is Ricciardo just too cautious through that area? Don't know. He was tapped by Magnussen, he was tapped by Bottas there. Although Bottas gave him much more of a whack than Magnussen did. So, unless there's a safety car now, between now and the end of the race, Ricciardo is going to find it very difficult to score points. He's halfway through the circuit. He's still trying to make it back to the pits in lap 29. This race is brilliant. I'm enjoying this. The AI are really going at each other, hammer and tongs. I mean, ideally, I'd like to be with them, but my car has been really well hooked up all weekend. It's the hairpin, slightly wide, shouldn't really matter a little bit. Oh, Ricciardo held up a few cars as he was making, as he was entering the pits. Now, are they going to stick him on the mediums and try and get him to the end of the race? That is what I would do. Ricciardo, is he about to go into last place? Yes, yes he is. Me and Ricciardo are going to be on the same straight now as well. Ricciardo is in danger of being lapped if I continue this pace. Oh, Rosberg's out! Nico Rosberg is the first retirement of this Grand Prix. Now I know he had engine issues earlier as it finally let go and said goodnight Vienna. See, goes around there, and there we go. The Mercedes power plant. Let's go. It's engine failure for Nico Rosberg. Like I say, lap 30, and there we go. We have one retirement at last. And it's the Mercedes of Nico Rosberg. You don't normally expect the Mercedes to have problems, but here we are, Bahrain. Rosberg's out the Grand Prix. Now, considering we don't have Ricciardo in the points at the minute, I'm considering that a blessing. Tyres looking 42%, it's not too bad on lap 30. Don't reckon I'm going to get it to lap 42 like I wanted. Get it to lap, if I can get these to last another 10 laps, that'd be great. If not, then I'm going to have to make a late splash and dash, and I think with the gap that I've got, I can probably afford to do that actually, so I probably don't really need to worry as much. You know, ideally, I don't want to make that extra stop, but I am crap at managing tyres. So here we are on the legendary difficulty, and I'm leading by about 12 seconds in front of Hamilton. 33.9. Well, gap seems to be 12.5 now between me and Lewis. Oh, Lewis has been on his tyres a lot longer. Yeah, his tyres are really fading away now, and it's allowing me to open up the gap. Lewis will be pitting within the next lap or two. I'm hoping to go another 10 laps, but I don't think that's going to happen. Rosberg waves to the fans as he walks away from his stricken Mercedes. And Jeff has a strategy for me. Come on, Jeff, what do you want? Well, I'm probably going to have to do that anyway, but I'm not doing that just yet. Don't worry, guys, I won't be going on the supers anyway. If I can get it to lap 43, then obviously I'll go on the supers. At the minute, that's not what I'm going to be doing. So we're 12.8 in front of Hamilton, Hulkenberg there. We've got Ricciardo, who is now no longer in last place after his incident with Bottas. If Bottas picked up any warnings for that or penalties, because it's his second incident of the race. Tell you what, the Force Indias are really doing well at keeping Hamilton honest, because they're not letting him go. Now the question is, are they close together, or has Perez spun off somewhere? Can't quite tell. Like I say, guys, Force India are the third quickest car, and obviously their car is a dynamite in a straight line. Button with the fastest lap of the race, so he must be on fresh tyres now. There we go, McLaren Honda setting the fastest lap of the race. That's something you don't expect to see every day. The field's that far spread out, he's probably in 6th place or something like that. Have enough fuel when it comes to the end of the race. But we go, we're on 52% now. Ricciardo does his fastest lap of the race now on 33.0. So the Red Bull is showing really good pace. Even if Ricciardo set the fastest lap, he's chasing the next car now. 34.1 for me. So at the minute, Ricardo is a second a lap quicker than me. Hamilton, you need to pit, mate. If you're going to make this strategy of yours work, if you're going to claw back any time on me, you need to pit. Put the mediums on. You need to put the mediums on if you're going to come back at me. Get off the damn curbs. Tell you what, Hulk looks really, really close now. I mean, his tyres are probably about 5 laps fresher than Hamilton's as well, when you come to think about it. So Hamilton is not left alone. He's being harassed by Force India. Force India really showing their true potential here. They said they were running 3rd and 4th in Australia until they collided on the end of lap 1. Oh no, it's going from bad to worse for Mercedes. Hamilton has an issue with his car. Oh, this is one weekend that Mercedes just want to forget in a quick hurry. You'd expect it. You'd expect it to affect, Honda, Renault, the extreme temperatures here. But no, it's the Mercedes works car that's suffering the most. Bad news for Hamilton, good news for Hulkenberg and Force India. 9% now. Hamilton's holding up Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg doesn't need this. Needs to clear him as quick as possible, and he's not able to do that at the minute. You'd imagine he'd do it down the back straight, but at the minute he's stuck behind him. Hamilton with his engine issue. 17.2 seconds now. It's going from bad to worse, and there we go. Hulkenberg is now second, and I see my first lapped car. Oh, there we go, mounting the curb there. Is Hamilton going to pit? No, he stays behind Hulkenberg, but obviously Hamilton nursing an engine problem at the minute. Keep that on there now so I can keep an eye on it, so when it reaches 70% we'll pit, but at the minute that is not the case. Are we going to be able to get 2 to 3 laps out of these tyres now? It's really annoying. I did want to get it to lap 40 really, but that's not happening. Tyre wear again proving to be a bit of an issue, but I seem to have the gaps covered at the minute, so no, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I mean, obviously if the safety car comes out, then that's where Force India can make up their time. As we race through the middle of the night in Bahrain. Classic song there for you guys. Thank you guys for watching, I really do appreciate it. Give us a like, give us a follow if you're enjoying this so far. It's been an interesting Grand Prix from other drivers' perspective. I've managed to just do my own thing and stay out in front. Obviously, I think I'm going to have to make an extra stop right at the end of the race, so that's going to be an interesting one to see where we all filter out. And I've got a slight power issue as well, so I'm suffering with engine problems now. Like I say, guys, I will be doing a FIFA stream later as well. So I'll be having a break after this because 2 hours on this, it's yeah. You know, ideally, I'd like to put another set of mediums on. That's what I'd do to go to the end, but I don't think I've got another set. Which I don't. So it's going to be soft tyres. And then we'll put the super softs on at the end. Hamilton will be really annoyed, frustrated that Mercedes have let him down here. So yeah, that's Felipe Nasr. He's my first lap car that I've actually passed. Right, so I'll be making a pit stop at the end of this lap. My tyres have gone over the 70% mark, so again I'm a little worried. Hulkenberg is making some inroads on me now. Problem is though, Hulkenberg's got to make his stop yet. Like I say, we've got an upgrade on the Red Bull coming to China. We've improved the drag on it. Right, so here we go. We're pitting this lap. Our tyres are 72%, so it's not too bad. It's not gone too bad. It's not as bad as it was when we first pitted. But obviously these tyres have had it. I've got to get rid of them. So guys, six guys watching. Thank you very much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. So 2.2 from the Red Bull team as we set off out. Hulkenberg takes the lead temporarily. Now I think I'm definitely gonna have to make a stop right at the end. Oh no. Like I say, having to make late stops like that cost me a lot. A couple of victories actually last season. Just tyre wear proving to be a constant factor in this game. Guessing that's going to be Marcus Ericsson ahead of me. Which it is. Ericsson, who's at the back of the field. See that we're lighting up the middle sector. I mean, I know this is my outlap. But at the same time, it's great to know that I'm already lighting up the sectors. So by rights, I reckon this should be in the 32s once I come round the next lap. You're not getting out of my way, are you? What an idiot. Like a bump over the curb. Surprised that Ericsson's still with me. There's Hulkenberg. I want to pass him just purely for merit. I don't want to inherit the lead off him. I want to put a move on him, really. Actually, you know what? I have not received a single corner cut warning in this race. Now, for me, that is ridiculous. Ricciardo's in the pits. Well, that's going to do for him. And then getting Hulkenberg's slipstream. Nothing's come across the radio about Hamilton's engine improving, so he is still struggling out there, wherever he may be. Not quite with him, but here we go. It's a 1:32.4. We smash Ricciardo's fastest lap of a 1:32.9 by half a second. That's how much time we've had over Ricciardo this weekend. Chase after Hulkenberg now. And there we go. Squeeze him out a little bit, and there we go. We're back into the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. That's without Hulkenberg pitting, so even though Hulkenberg's yet to pit, we still managed to catch him and pass him. Now, Hulkenberg will be very angry that he was held up by a slow Hamilton. I did make a move. Did make a move on Hulkenberg, squeezed him into the hairpin. It was very nice. I hope you guys caught that. It's like finally I managed to race someone. There we go. 1:32.7, 3 times off, but we did have to go offline to make a move on Hulkenberg. I want to know where Perez is. Why is Perez not with Hulkenberg? Because those two were neck and tail throughout the first half of this race. Now, I'm probably going to have to make a pit stop on lap 52. That's where I reckon I'm coming in. Right, so there we go. Hamilton's engine problem's been fixed. He's speeding up again. Is he gonna be able to make his way back through the field? Rosberg was trying, and then his engine let go. Is the same fate going to happen to Hamilton? Let's have a look. Thank you, Albion. I really appreciate that. It was probably one of the best moves I've made during this season. I mean, I don't remember many moves I made in Australia. It was mainly defensive work I had to do through there. Obviously, I know I'm on much fresher tyres than Hulkenberg, but it was the same just to keep the pedal planted and just nail him into the hairpin. Now 1.9 seconds ahead of him. Oh, this feels so much better than when I was racing here with the league on Tuesday. Vettel a further 7 seconds back behind Hulkenberg. Now, the way I'm operating this at the minute, guys, is when it comes to a team putting in an offer for me, like at the end of the season, basically, whoever is the weakest team, I will join. Like I said, at the end of Season 3, when I won the championship at Haas, I had offers from Mercedes, first team driver from Ferrari, and an offer from Red Bull. I picked Red Bull because they were supposedly the weakest team. Ricardo appears to be just up, not far up the road, probably about 15 seconds up the road. I want to know who that Williams is, because if Ricardo's already managed to make a move on the Williams of Bottas, which took him out earlier. For those of you who've just tuned in, this is the incidents of the race so far. Lap 1, there was an incident between Bottas and Grosjean at turn 1. Grosjean went off, they brought out the safety car. There was a virtual safety car when Magnussen tapped the back of Ricardo and spun at the first corner again. And there was also an incident between Bottas and Ricardo. Again brought out a virtual safety car. Ricardo smashed into the wall, lost his front wing. And so far we've only had one retirement, and that was the Mercedes of Nico Rosberg. Hulkenberg is on the super softs. Perez is on the mediums. Hulkenberg is on the super softs. That's going to be interesting. That is an interesting one. I can't see, but the Force Indias have been stretching their stints like no man's before. So I don't know. I don't know whether I should be worried. It's nice to see Fernando in third at the minute, but I'm guessing he's yet to pit. I will upload this to YouTube at some point, guys, as well, if you fancy rewatching it from the beginning. I plan on doing at least another 2 more Grand Prix later this week as well. Like I said, if you want to catch me in action as well with the ESR boys, you can find us live tonight on Twitch at 9:30, live streamed by Mustafa Shag. That's Mustafa with a T, not a PH. Where it's 50% short quali and close racing like you'll never see before. So obviously I've not checked the gap between me and Perez at the minute. Obviously I know for a fact I'm having to make a late pit stop. Now I have got some considerable pace around here. That is the case. Oh, Hulkenberg is now up to third. It's 19.2 between me and Perez. Now Perez, I don't think is pitted. Now who is this Williams? Is it Massa or is it Bottas? It's Bottas, which just shows what a horrible race he's had. He's had 2 collisions and he's running down in 19th. Williams just looking. They've not had a bad season like. They've not had a start to the season like this since 2013. Obviously, I'm annoyed at Bottas for ruining Ricciardo's chance of points. Go get DRS on him as well. He gets out of my way, doesn't dare try and take me out. Oh! Hello, Perez has pitted, that's why Hulkenberg's third. It's Alonso that's second. So I'm guessing Hulkenberg and Perez must have collided at some point. Alonso in the pits now. Because like I say, Hulkenberg and Perez were, side by side for a lot of this race, and it's just sad to see Perez no longer there for whatever reason. Nothing came over the radio saying that he had engine issues. So 10 viewers, guys, thank you very much, really do appreciate it. Give us a like, give us a follow, and I will bring out more and more content. Button is third, Jenson Button is third. That's fantastic for the McLaren driver. No, I think he's not going to hold on to it much longer because Vettel has set the fastest lap of the race. 24.8 seconds. Track is a lot cooler than it was on the first stint when I was on these tyres last. Is there a chance I can actually get to the end on these tyres? Maybe. That's Carlos Sainz coming out the pits. Take a wider line. Get out of my way, boy. And with Sainz being offline, it's allowed Bottas to climb up to the back of him. Unfortunately, guys, the Toro Rossos are the second slowest car on the field. It's been a horrible couple of years for them. Sauber have made basically no gains whatsoever. Like I said, we're on season 4. This is season 4. Why have they not made any gains? Manor, basically they had one upgrade left when I left them. I think they've used that, and they are starting to fall down the pecking order as well now, which, you know, considering they're a former team of mine, is quite sad to see. Get going round again. There is a car in the pits. I'm guessing that's Daniel Kvyat. At the back, it's usually the two Saubers and the two Toros, so we'll see. You can get the best exit out of there. Like I say, I'm keeping an eye on the gap between me and Hulkenberg as well. We have a nice chili lunch after this. Chickeny chili goodness. Lap 47 out of 57 at the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's been a relatively comfortable ride so far for the Red Bull driver, of myself. Hulkenberg is second after inheriting it off Hamilton, who had engine issues. Rosberg is out of the Grand Prix. He had engine issues earlier in the race and then it let go finally about 10 laps ago. Vettel is third. So this is good for Ferrari. Ferrari, who have showed poor form at the start of the season so far. It's good to see them up there. Vettel was my rival throughout last season. We were battling for the championship. When he nailed me in Japan, I really thought that was it. But it wasn't to be, and I'm now a double world champion. Like I say, I'm definitely in that safe barrier now, so if I was to just pit now and put the supers on, you know, just to cover Hulkenberg, for whoever's watching, put in the comment section now, should I continue for as long as the tyres let me, or should I pit now just to cover Hulkenberg? What do you think I should do? The gap is 22.4 seconds. Nine laps to go. Should I pit for the supers? Do I stay on the softs? Tell me what you think. 22.3. Vettel's only 5 seconds behind. Vettel is closing on Hulkenberg. Is the Force India's second place in jeopardy? So Ricciardo's just up the road as well by about 10 seconds. I'm 52% now, so I am going to have to make a pit stop very soon. Oh, that was a bit of a corner cut, that was horrible. Pit? Right, okay, someone said pit, that's what I'm going to do. And try and wrestle the fastest lap as well away from Vettel, who currently holds it. There we go, we'll dive into the pits now, put the supers on for the first time since qualifying yesterday, even though when I started the race they decided to put me on softs. Why? I don't know. Don't know. So there we go, there goes a lap car, there's Hulkenberg coming down the straight now. There he is. Come back out in the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. I'd imagine we'd just pull away now considering our tyres are much fresher. Or is he going to fight for it? He's probably running rich revs now as well. So we're going to have so much more grip than him at the minute. Like I said, my aim now is to go for the fastest lap. I want the Grand Slam. Pole, win, fastest lap. There's Hulkenberg, not too far behind. It's Sebastian Vettel. Thank you for the recommendation, Albion. I took it on board. I pitted. Now we've got to go for the fastest lap. Be my first. If we can hold on to this position, it'll be my first win of the season. Be Red Bull's second win of the season after Ricciardo taking it in his home Grand Prix. Perez goes fastest with a 1:32.0. Can't let him get away with that now. We need to gun for it, even though he wasn't that quick coming out the first corner. So it's going to be a struggle to get the fastest lap on this lap, possibly. We'll see how we are in the middle sector. That seems to be where we're making up most of our time. Hulkenberg's not letting me go. I'll tell you what, Albion, that was probably a really good call there, asking me to pit. We're green, we're not purple, we're only a 10th up. There's Danny Kvyat, so I was right, it was Kvyat that had pitted earlier. Oh, there we go, 1:32.0. Sorry, Sergio. I think using the slipstream there with the Toro Rosso may have helped me. Maybe the sister team came in good for some reason. They let me. He got out of my way quite nicely, actually. I was really worried going into that corner. Gives me DRS as well, which gives me a bit more speed on the straight. Final corner. Is it going to be yet again another fastest lap? It is by a tenth, 131.8. I don't remember 31 round here, you know. Definitely making sure that that Perez can't come back at me now. Has it gone into there? We've got 4 laps remaining of this Grand Prix. I say Bahrain's always been one of my favourite tracks. It's just so beautiful to drive. You know, it looks beautiful now, especially now we've started racing here at night. The next race in China is going to be a completely different story. You know, again, it's a track with heavy tyre wear. You know, if the track's hot, it's going to wear away. Is the weather going to play a factor? You don't know these things. You know, are the teams going to bring upgrades which, you know, are going to push your team down? Like I said, I'd like to put a lap on Ricciardo, but I don't think that's happening. He's too far away. Oh, that was it. I lost a win in Japan. And that's why Vettel nailed me in Japan. I lost a win because I had to pit on the final lap. Sorry, I was just mulling over why Vettel nailed me, and I just remembered that's why. You know, tyre wear for me plays a key role in this career. Let's have a look. 1.36. No point. There's no point going fast. No, we've 4.1 in front of Hulkenberg. So just got to make sure that we keep it together. It's not guaranteed. I mean, yes, we're pulling away from Hulkenberg, but he's only 4 seconds back. You know, if I make a mistake, if I spin out, he is going to take this Grand Prix. So go on, guys. If you're able to comment, what have you had for lunch today? I've not had mine yet. I'll be having it as soon as this race is over because I'm bloody starving, that's for sure. Let's connect with my audience. Nice clip of the curb. Gap's now 4.7, so we are comfortably pulling away from Hulkenberg now. Vettel is still slowly catching Hulkenberg, but I don't think there's enough time left in the race for him to make any. So apparently I'm increasing my lap time, well, my gap between me and Hulkenberg by half a second a lap. I know I'm on the fresher tyres. As I was saying before, Vettel is closing Hulkenberg down, but he just doesn't have enough laps to do anything about it, really. I think Vettel was being chased by Perez as well, Either that or it's the lapped car of Kvyat. It's Richie for the final lap. Sainz gets out of my way nicely. Basically going around Sainz and then having the inside line for the next corner, pushing him wide a little bit just to make sure he knows I'm there. Now after Bottas took Ricciardo out, I'm going to be pushing very hard now to try and put a lap on him. It would be fitting if Bottas's engine went now. Go penultimate corner, heading up towards the final corner now. What's been a thrilling Bahrain Grand Prix if you weren't focused on the leader. Round the final corner, and it's the first win at Red Bull for James Rarity. What a win! That was exhausting, and no flashbacks, no warnings either. Wow! For me that's just brilliant.
Brilliant stuff from Red Bull today. What a superb victory.
Good. Graphics need improving.
What do you think made the difference here?
Well, the safety car.
Thank you, Albion man. It was a good race. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad you stayed and watched.
There's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
So here come our winning drivers.
There we go.
And what a race
Top three, myself, Hulkenberg and Sebastian Vettel, the Git.
Ready, and we can see the fruits of that labour today as Red Bull lift the winner's trophy.
So we'll have a look at the championship and the constructors as soon as the celebrations are done.
And after this round of the World
So
Championship,
top 10,
here's how
it goes
things look
myself,
at the drivers'
Hulkenberg,
table.
Vettel,
It's been a little
Perez,
change at the top of the
Hamilton recovered to
championship
5th,
after a
Alonso
superb
6th, Raikkonen
performance.
7th,
Moving
Button
on to the
8th,
driver of the
Palmer
day then.
9th,
Anthony
and
Davidson,
Verline
who did
10th.
you
So
go for?
Manor
My
scoring a
driver of
point,
the
which is
day was
good.
Nico Hulkenberg.
Magnussen will be
He did a cracking job moving
hated
through
that he
the
dropped
field,
out of a
just
point scoring
highlighting
position
why he's
earlier.
so highly
Ricardo
rated.
recovered to
And
16th
here's
after
how things
having
are
to make an
shaping
extra
up
pit
in the
stop due to
Constructors'
a front wing
Championship.
change.
Red Bull have extended their lead
Rosberg
over the
obviously
championship.
DNF'd
Meanwhile,
earlier in the
Ferrari
race.
have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top.
So there we
What a
go.
weekend
We move
that
to the
has
top
been.
of the
Please
championship
join
now
us next
on
time
40
for
points.
another
We're 14
thrilling
points
installment
in
of
front
this
of
Formula
Hulkenberg,
One
who's
season.
a further point in front of Ricardo, who's 7 points in front of Magnussen, and Perez for that matter, who's 3 points in front of Vettel, who's 1 point in front of Palmer and Hamilton, who's 4 points in front of Rosberg, who's 2 points in front of Alonso, who's 2 points in front of Raikkonen and Button, who's 5 points in front of Gutierrez and Verline. Now the constructors, we still lead, which is really good. We're on 65 points, 21 points in front of Force India. We were 12 points in front of Renault. We're 8 points in front of Mercedes. Renault are in front of Mercedes. What is going on here? Oh, I'll be doing the shoey, mate. Don't you worry. Mercedes, 3 points in front of Ferrari, who are 7 points in front of McLaren, who are 13 points in front of Haas and Manor. So there we go. That is the championship for the constructors and the drivers. We move on next to Bahrain, which I will hopefully do Thursday morning, afternoon, early afternoonish. If you guys want to tune in again, that is the aim. Obviously, I'm having a break now, and then I'll be back in about an hour or so doing a FIFA stream. Looking good in the rivalry against Hamilton. Yeah, Red Bull should be very happy with me after that one. Oh, hello, voicemail. Team update.
Hi, Emma here. I had a sit down with the executives.
The
today
team are
to
happy
discuss
with me.
progress.
Good.
Long
Thank
story
you.
short,
Thank you, Emma.
they're
I
happy.
really appreciate you telling me this. So, advance to next weekend, we'll see the upgrade applied to the car. Now, what I believe as well, for the next game in F1 2017, once you have an upgrade, it's not going to be applied to your car for another 3 or 4 races, which, you know, is realistic when you think about it. And also, it can fail. You'll have components on your car that will also wear and fail. You know, the MGUK unit, for example, like that. It's going to be amazing to see on the next game. But obviously, I want to get this 10-year career mode done first, so I've got my work cut out from now till September.
Hi, I've got something you'll be interested in.
Hello, Chris.
Those performance upgrades.
You look nice in a Red Bull
Last
uniform.
race. They're on the car and the data looks promising. Take a look at the details.
Okay. So, I'll talk to you guys through. I'm on 237 research points, and the next thing I'm going to want to upgrade is, once again, the drag. So that'll be my next aim, and then obviously the fuel. And then I'll move on to the engine. So that'll be interesting. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you for, you know, tuning into the chat as well. You know, it's really nice to, you know, talk to you guys. You know, I'm new to all this. I'm just hoping to improve all the time. I really appreciate all your input. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you soon for the next race in Shanghai.